Welcome to another wonderful session. My name is Oluwole, as you all know, and in this wonderful session, we'll be talking about how to make 500,000 naira designing church flyers. Yes, just church flyers. How to make 500,000 naira designing church flyers. Now, are you a graphic designer looking to make some serious cash? Well, look no further than designing church flyers. Churches are always in need of eye-catchy promotional materials to spread the word about their events and services. So, by offering your design services to multiple churches, you can quickly start raking in the cash. Start by creating a portfolio showcasing your previous flyer designs to attract potential clients. And also, you need to reach out to local churches and offer your services at a competitive rate. And you also need to make sure to tailor your designs to each church's specific needs and branding to stand out. Once you establish a good reputation, word of mouth will bring in even more clients. With a steady stream of projects coming in, you can easily make 500,000 naira and even more designing church flyers. So what are you waiting for? Start designing and watch the money rolling. In this short video, I'm going to design a classic church flyer. Yes, I'm going to design a classic church flyer. I'm going to show you how to design a classic church flyer that can attract other churches to reach out to you. Okay, so let me show you a picture of what we'll be working on today. This is it. So this is the poster we'll be working on today. Can you see? So I'm going to be redesigning this. I designed this, so I'm going to be redesigning this so that you can watch and learn. Okay, so without wasting much time, let's get into it. Once you open your Photoshop, you just click on create new file. Create new file. Okay, so I am using the size 2000 by 2000 pixels. Can you see? So 2000 by 2000 pixels. All I just need to do is double click on it, and then it takes me into the Photoshop dashboard. Okay, so the first thing we need to do is let me open the, or let me just bring it in, let me drag it in. So as you can see, we have all the write-ups inside and everything. So what we'll do is, first of all, let's input all the write-ups. Let me write them. We have Throne of God's Grace Ministries. Okay, so let me enlarge it, and then let me correct the font. I use Montserrat, so let me just change it back to Montserrat. As you can see, Throne of God's Grace Ministries. So let me just put it here. So I'll basically just be following the arrangements just like I've done it before. And then the next thing is I duplicate it by pressing Ctrl J, Command J if you are using a Mac. So let me just resize it and align it, and then let me edit it. So all I just need to write is Grace Palace. Okay, so I just need to drag it to center. As you can see, that line there shows that it is at the center of the page. Do you understand? So once you see that line, you know it's at the center of the page. So now all I need to do is duplicate it again by pressing the Ctrl J and drag it down a little bit and type presents. So this one I need to spread it out, so I just need to drag it here. As you can see, dragging it, and that's it, and then I drag it back to the center. Can you see? So the next thing is we need to write Grace. So I drag this here, and then I just type Grace. Okay, so I make it big, and then I look for the font. Let me look for it. Okay, this is it here. So we have grace. Let me make it bigger a little bit and centralize it, and then I duplicate it again, and then I reduce it, drag it here, then I type conference 24. Can you see, guys? It's very simple and easy. So I just drag it up a little bit, and then I move this a little bit to the side, or let me just reduce it, since that is what we're following. Let me just reduce it and leave it here like this, and then I draw a box. Very simple. I just draw a box. I'm sure you know how to draw a box. Just drag and release it. So, and inside this box we have another box, but before we go into that, I think it's time for me to just change the color of all of this. So let me just change the colors. This is gonna be purple, so I just need to pick the shade of purple. Let me drag this down a little bit and pick a shade. I need it to be darker. Yeah, so this shade is fine, and these two I use this gradient, and then this I use that same gradient. Can you see it's coming out now, guys? All right, so the next thing is I draw another box inside the box, and then I just change the color to this shade. Can you see? So I just highlight the two of them and align them. Can you see? I align them, and then the next thing is to type in the text. But before that, let me drag this up a little bit, and then create another box below, since we have another box below. So let me make sure they are of the same line. Yeah, so we're good to go. And then I also apply the gradient. Can you see, guys? So it's already coming out. Now the next thing for us to do is start typing. Yeah, so we need to just start putting in the text. Let me drag this to the top like this and change the color to white, since the text in here is gonna be white. So let me just type 6th to 10th, and then I enlarge it, change the size, the width to bold, and then I align it, and then I duplicate it again, then reduce it, and I type in March 2024, and then I reduce the weight to medium. So what's next? Okay, let me duplicate this and bring it in here, make sure they are of the same height, and then I type in next. Alright, so I'm done typing the text, and then the next thing is to draw another rectangle inside where we'll have the time and contact details. Okay, so yeah, it has to be aligned, and then I just duplicate this and bring it here. Then I drag it to the top of the layers. Then I change the color to this shade. Click on OK. So I just need to increase it. So 6 p.m. each night. So apparently it's too big, so I just need to reduce it like this, and then I draw a little rectangle to separate it. So let me just change it to this gradient again, and then drag it a little bit like this. Then I duplicate this and drag it all the way here. Then I reduce the size, and then I type in for more inquiries. Yeah, so I drag this a little bit, duplicate it, and then put in the phone number. Yeah, so that's it. I increase it a little, change the weight to bold, and then I just raise this a little above it. So I always like it to be on the same line, so I just align it properly and then increase this. Yeah, so that way they are on the same line. Yeah, and I centralize it with the other one. Can you see how well it is coming out, guys? So can you see that it's not even difficult at all? Can you see how easy it is? Let me drag this in a little bit. And then share the spacing. Very good. So that's it. The next thing we'll do now is put in the text that is supposed to be here. It says come to church today, and then I reduce the size, then I increase the spacing, always make sure you align your work. So that's it. So the next thing we now need to do is play with the background. Yeah, we need to apply the background, but before that, let me just increase this and resize it. Yeah, so just like that, and then we're good. Let me align it with this one. All right, so guys, can you see how simple it is? And you can even still play around with it. You can reduce this if you feel like. You can reduce this and then drag this a little bit like this, so you have more space. Can you see? So it's just very simple and straightforward. And the next thing is the background. So I already have some of the pictures I use for the background, which I'm going to give you. Yeah, I'm going to give it to you. So let me just quickly apply the background. Yes, so these are the pictures I use. So this has to come to the back. Yeah, so I just need to drag it to the bottom of the layers, and then this is supposed to be below this. Oh yeah, it's correct. Actually, it's correct. So it should be this way, and then all I just need to do is just drag this all over the poster, and then change the layer, the gradients to this gradient. Can you see? Watch carefully, guys. This is the most important part. Then I drag the layer back again to the bottom above the two pictures, and then I change it to screen. Can you see? it is just very simple. It is just very simple. So if I still want to play around it, I can still reduce the opacity to make the images on the background come out more. So it is just very simple and straightforward. Can you see that, guys? So even this can still change. I can change this, just drag it down, change it to this. Can you see how it has brighten up the background? So it is just very simple and straightforward. Let me show you the sample we are using, we are working with. Can you see? So this is the sample, this is the new one. So guys, it is just very simple and straightforward. You can always adjust it anyhow you want it. You are the graphic designer. So this is a very simple way to design a church poster and then start cashing out. Guys, it is very simple. Don't worry, I know you have questions, type of font I use, the name of font and all of that. Don't worry, I'm going to share this PSD file with you so that you can use it to recreate your own, but please use another color so that I can see the difference between what I have done and what you've done. And as a matter of fact, I don't mind if you rearrange your own. So guys, let me know what you think about this church flyer in the comment section. Thank you, guys.